So we're here in Newmarket, and I'm just going to ask Matt here to give us just a run through of what we're doing today.
Good morning. So we are, like Stevie said, we're in Newmarket right now. We're on a property that backs onto a ravine area, and the ravine has ownership of this. There's actually two large black walnuts. And so we've spoken to the town. They've given us permission to do some pruning cuts. So the client, when she's mowing the lawn and gardening at certain times of the year when the walnuts are dropping, she's getting pelleted like crazy with that. And it just makes her nervous to garden and to cut her lawn below those big sections. A couple of weeks ago in Newmarket, Aurora, southern Ontario, we had a large storm and a lot of spruce trees blew over. In fact, the last 2 weeks we're almost sick of looking at spruce trees right now. So she has several, as you can see. None of hers blew over, probably because over in general we're in a somewhat of a protected area. There's a lot of forest around here, and so that probably buffeted a lot of the wind. But that being said, again, it makes her nervous. And part of the plan that actually 3 years ago we did the first quote, and then last year we re-quoted, and then now this year after the storm, she's now ready to go ahead with some of the work that she wants to do. And it's like insurance for her. It's going to make her feel better that she doesn't have to garden and mow her lawn below these trees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 coming out. The first 4, those are the ones that she really works below. Those are the ones that would affect her house. And then this one that's kind of struggling, she has a clothesline in it. So we're going to top it down to the height of the clothesline. It's essentially dead anyways. So there's 5 spruce coming out, and we're going to grind the stumps as well. And obviously these trees, if we're not careful, we are going to hit this house, or we're going to destroy her gardens. So we're looking at the center 2. We're thinking those first 2 can come out right here, and then the 2 biggest ones, the ones that give me the biggest headache on this job site, then we can figure out how high we need to climb up into them before we take the top sections out and put it in that area that we can work with. But the beautiful thing about spruce trees and pine is that they hinge very well. So when you cut a pie into it and you do your back cut, generally where you put your pie, as long as you can get the tree to come over into that direction, it doesn't move either way. It goes into that pie because the wood is very fibrous. So it's long strands, and you've probably seen after the storm spruce trees that blow over, and once the arborists start cutting into them, they actually stand themselves right back up, and that's how fibrous the root system in the trunk is. So Patrick's going to be probably at least half a day in there. We're going to be at least half a day on these spruce trees. Then we're going to be this pine. Which pine is it, Stephen?
Scots Pine.
Scots Pine. So that's Pinus sylvestris. We are going to be giving her some clearance from her bell line, and then in the front yard there is a basswood, which is
the new basswood this year. I'm all
so
out of
the
it.
Linden is Tilia cordata, and we're going to be giving the driveway in the front yard some clearance. The client has a nice car, a nice Mustang that she likes to park in the driveway, but she can't park it below the linden tree because the aphids that are in it at certain times of the year, their excrement actually drops down. It looks like honey. A lot of people think, oh, the tree's dropping honey, but it's actually the bugs inside that are going to the bathroom, and they do that on her car. So we're going to be doing some clearance cuts there. It's the neighbor's tree, so we're actually going to do some pruning cuts for the neighbor as well and balance the crown a bit for aesthetics. The root system is what holds the tree in place, so if you take a big section off of one side, that doesn't mean it's going to fall over the other way, because the root system is what balances a tree. But as educated and certified arborists, we want to leave an aesthetic tree as well as a balanced crown where we can. So we're going to do some thinning cuts on her side as well and leave the tree looking like it had a full 360 pruning job on it.